Hello and welcome inside Studio A for a special sit-down interview with my good friend and teammate on the Bloomsburg University men's swimming team, Collin Hummel. I'm Matt Marvin, your host, reporting for Sports on the Catch. With that being said, let's get started. What would you say drew you to the sport of swimming? What about it did you like, and why are you still doing it now?
Thanks for having me on. What drew me to the sport of swimming was when I got into high school, one of my best friends was actually on the swim team, and I had never done it before, but I kind of wanted to do a sport. I had never done anything really since I was a small kid. So he told me to go out and do it, and I ended up just kind of doing it as a joke at first, and I ended up actually really falling in love with it, and I just kind of stuck with it. One of the best things that drew me to swimming was the fact that you are pretty much chasing yourself. Sure, you can compare yourself to other people, and I still do it, but at the end of the day, you have your own lane, and it's yourself against the clock, and you're pretty much just racing like a shadow of yourself. You're just trying to beat yourself from last time. So the fact that there's really, the only expectations you have to live up to are yourself is something that I really love about the sport.
So you mentioned coming into swimming through a friend in high school. Most swimmers swim from 5, 6 years old all the way on through and never stop, but it doesn't happen as much when you see people coming into the sport late. At what point in high school did you realize that you had a knack for this and you wanted to continue doing it at the collegiate level?
That's a great question. So I remember at the end of my sophomore year, I was just swimming on a high school team, and our local Y program was really kind of renowned for the swimmers they put together, but it was a very serious, rigorous program, and I didn't know that I really wanted to do that. And at the end of my sophomore year, their coach came up to me and said, "You're good, but I can make you better." And a lot of my good friends on that team were going off to college to swim, so I kind of thought, hey, I've seen a lot of improvements over the past just even 2 years just from doing high school. If I go take this seriously and go under this club team, I can be a lot better. So around the beginning of my junior year was when I really thought I can do this in college, and that was about when I started to get letters from colleges and universities.
So long time since then. With this being your 4th year in the program, you've seen a lot of changes in the way things have been done, and you've had a lot of experience. How do you feel about being a part of Bloomsburg swimming, and what does it mean to you to have swum for Bloomsburg?
To put it short, it means the world. I think I would have been successful no matter where I went, but there's no place I'd rather be more successful than with this team. The group of guys that we have together and girls, we're constantly pushing each other every day. We're constantly making each other laugh, and we're making memories every day. And that's really what's more important than the time on the clock. Just having, a great support group and a great team of guys and girls to really just rally around and be a part of. That's what makes Bloomsburg unique. The group of friends I have here, I know I'm going to be friends with for decades and decades to come. So the fact that I can be part of that and say that I swam for the Bloomsburg Huskies is just really important to me.
To finish up, Bloomsburg swimming this weekend heading to the University of Akron for the mid-season invitational meet. Our first opportunity to go after it and swim fast, see where we are as we shift focus to the spring semester. What are some things that you would like to see from the team at Akron and going forward as we sort of transition from that into resetting focus for the PSAC championship, which will come in February?
So going into the Akron meet, I think this year is a little bit different than the years prior. We haven't had as many dual meets as we have in the past, and I know that can be kind of intimidating for some people, especially new people. It feels different for me even to only have a couple dual meets under my belt going into this meet, but I'd really just like to see the guys and girls just get up and swim and have fun. That's when we swim our fastest. You see it every year at this meet, at the PSAC meet. I think those are the most 2 fun meets of the year, and we always swim lights out fast. So I think if we can go in and just have a great time, stay loose, there's no reason to be nervous. The work is there. The work's done. We've put in all the work that we need to. So I think if we can just go out there and have fun and just be ourselves, the results are going to show up. Moving towards the spring, I'd just like to see us carry that same work ethic that we put in the first half of the year. PSAC meet's coming up. Bloomsburg is the defending champions, so that's obviously a title we're looking to defend. It's going to take a lot of work. There's a lot of people gunning for us. We have the target on our backs now. And, it's not going to be easy, but we have the tools here to do it. We just have to go do it. So I'd love to see them carry that out.
All right, well, that's all the time we have on this interview today. Collin, I really appreciate your time. This has been Matt Marvin hosting for Sports on the Catch. Thank you.